It's very easy to develop a phobia, and that is why I wanted to make this video today. True story, my story. Just recently, I started to observe that there is a situation that really started to limit me. A couple of years ago, I was walking into the town, and on my way, suddenly I got a seagull chasing me, flying so close to my head, which totally scared me. I started waving I remember I have this yellow bag. I started waving this bag to protect myself from this seagull that it was yelling at me, was flying after me, and I felt really threatened by it. I kept walking, I realized that there was a baby, seagull's baby, not too far from me. And when they have those little babies, they become really protective and aggressive towards humans. And now, you see, that's a couple of years later, I was walking to a supermarket. And suddenly, I've seen a seagull baby not too far from me, a couple of meters. This instinct kicked in me, and I immediately walked so quickly away from it, crossed the street, chose another parallel street, because I heard those loud seagulls flying everywhere, creating lots of chaos, and that baby meant it's a threat. So then in the supermarket, I calmed down and I strategized how I will leave it, which route home I will take it, because potentially there could be more of those seagulls, more of those babies there. Because what seagulls do, they drop the baby from the roof to make it independent, and that's how they teach them to fly. But there was me, fully grown up person, who knows how to work with hypnosis and hypnotherapy in the mind, feeling so much fear. And as I arrived home, I felt uncomfortable about all that. Next day, similar situation. I leave my house and I'm planning which route I will take where I know that they wouldn't live because there's no roofs. Wow. You see, that situation started taking over my life and limiting me. And that's not good. That's not healthy and not productive for me. Yesterday I sat close by one supermarket on the bench, and suddenly a seagull landed next to me, opened the mouth and yelled at me. And I turned to it and I said, "Here you're not getting anything." I think it just was expecting maybe a piece of bread or whatever that would be if I'm sitting on that bench. And then later walking home, there were a couple of seagulls in front of me. And of course I was scanning my environment. Are there seagull babies here? But I kept walking. And what did they do? Of course they parted the way, and I arrived home safely without being attacked. But I've noticed that I am building a fear, a proper high alert state in me, already strategizing and preparing myself for those situations that I don't want to be in. And what's next? I will stop going out? Well, supposedly not, but you see, an old event suddenly popped in my mind, started building and stacking on top with those new situations I'm going through, with those new evidences of seagulls mean threat. Seagulls mean something bad will happen to me. And my mind started spinning and creating a scenario how dangerous that is for me. So yeah, that's how it is probably with your phobias. we tend to have some, where one event very powerfully affecting our emotional state, affecting our mind, starts building the story, makes us think that this is the end of our lives. So yeah, I want to tell you that we gotta get out of that immediately. And what is needed is changing the story. The story we tell ourselves, the scenarios we prepare for, that there will be seagulls on the way or dogs or whatever that would be in your case, and making those situations for us easy actually, because there is really no massive danger of seagull yelling at me here or there. I will be fine, and you will be fine. But it's time already now, if you're catching yourself building a phobia or having a phobia, to start changing that image and that story of how actually you are capable to deal with it, seeing yourself bigger than this little creature or situation, getting the power back. And that is what I am gonna do, because all those seagull babies are everywhere now, and I want to live free of that. So there it is, my little story for you today. Thanks for tuning in with me and for spending some of your precious time with me.